Hi everyone, I'm Rachel. I just wanted to jump on here and talk about some of the feelings that I'm having, which are many varied feelings. So I'm not going to talk forever, but I thought I haven't really posted on social media that much about the coronavirus. I haven't been that active at looking at all of it because it's overwhelming and there's a 24-hour news cycle that can be very stressful to pay attention to. Yet at the same time, I think, am I not being socially responsible by not 1000% paying attention to every little bit? I think I really do pay quite a bit of attention, but it is important to check out sometimes and check into yourself, which we'll have much time to do in the coming weeks. And I think another reason why I haven't really posted that much about my 2 cents on the coronavirus and how it's affecting us all is because I kind of think, like, what's the point? And does anyone care? What I have to say, why should that be important? And I think I've been a little bit harsh of myself in judging that, especially at a time when we're all going to be quarantined at home or self-isolating. This is a good, I think, practice to communicate with my friends, my family, anyone else out there who might be watching this, because we are feeling a lot of mixed feelings and it's good to have a dialogue. It's good to check out and it's good to check in. So this is me checking in right now. So I just thought I would offer like the flight attendant perspective a little bit. Like I said, this is my first trip back. We got a new uniform on March 2nd. It's funny because I was so excited about getting back to work early this March. I had vacation for the first 10 days of the month. And just really shocking how quickly things can switch whenever one moment I'm really excited about the new uniform and going to work, and the next moment I'm excited to go to work because I'm grateful I have a job and that I'm still employed, and I'm wearing the new uniform. But like the feeling about going to work is completely different now. A few things that I'm feeling: grateful for having a job, scared, realizing how many people that I come into contact with, and that no matter how many gloves I wear or how many times I wash my hands, there are countless opportunities of interaction with my passengers and my crew that could leave me exposed. Worried for the future of my employment. To be honest, that's like the big one, right? Like, I've been most worried about keeping my job and having steady income. I think that's a normal thought for a lot of people, especially who are so affected by this. To give you an idea, my flight that I work today, we have a capacity of 166 people, including crew, on this particular airplane. And today, including crew, we had 20 passengers on board. 20. That being said, I'm still doing an awful lot of touching and passing of things back and forth between myself and these passengers. So no matter how careful I am, and careful the people that are coming on the plane are, and they are very careful, you're still wide open to susceptibility. I landed and I talked with a JFK gate agent. And this was one of the first times I had like that longish sort of a conversation after I landed. Normally when I'm off a work trip, I'm like, I'm out of here. Let me get to the train as soon as possible. I want to get home. I want to take that uniform off. I want to like live my normal life again. And this time I kind of lingered a little bit, chatted with the gate agent, and she was so nice because she really was the one to sort of make me realize how concerned I should be for my health, and that if you want to take care of anyone else, you do need to first take care of yourself. So thank you for that and talking with me. I think I could talk indefinitely about this, but that's not helpful. I just thought it was interesting to reflect how much my opinion has changed about work, how it was very much before all about like, am I gonna have a job? Let me get as many hours as I possibly can, work, so I can like hoard money in the same way that some people are hoarding food and toilet paper, because I'm unsure about my future. And it's easy for me, or it was easy for me to maybe judge people who were hoarding toilet paper and say like, those people are ridiculous. But I realized that myself wanting to just pick up work trips is also slightly ridiculous. Now there's logic behind everything. We're creatures of many different motivations, and we act in all those different motivations, or because of those different motivations, and they're oftentimes juxtaposing motivations. So it's just a funny time to be, as I'm sure you all agree. And that rhymes, didn't it? Funny to be, I'm sure you all agree. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to share that. And I have a trip later this week scheduled for Friday to go to visit some friends in Seattle, a work trip. And it's gonna take me to Seattle. And obviously Washington State is probably the hardest hit state here in the US. And the selfish part of me still wants to go because I'm like, oh, I want to see my friends and have dinner at their house since the restaurants will all be closed. But then I'm like, Rachel, is that an irresponsible thought? And yes, I think it is, but I still think it. And there's nothing wrong with still thinking that. Now, do I also think that maybe the government should shut down all domestic flights? I don't want that for my job and for my bank account and for the future of my industry. But yes, I also kind of think they should shut it down. And I guess on social media, I'm seeing a lot of people posting about kind of like rah, 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 you should feel this. And then there's also on the other side of that, a lot of people who are like, I don't know why this is such a big deal. I wish everyone would calm down a little bit. And I guess sometimes I feel both of those, and I'm sure a lot of you guys out there do as well. There's just so many different feelings going on, and I don't really know what the point of this is, except to get out and communicate that with you guys. If anyone has any questions about life as a flight attendant during Corona and what that's like, I'd love to chat about it. I did my service today in like 15 minutes and then had 2 hours and 45 minutes to occupy myself, which I did. But yeah, it's an interesting time. And it's also interesting and I think important to stay positive if you can and find moments of gratitude within these difficult times. One of my coworkers today was saying, as she was waking up, like drinking her coffee, looking out the window, how grateful she was for that moment, recognizing like this may not be here next week. I may not have a layover to go on. I may not have coffee to drink. And it can be easy when there's worry all around you to really feed into that worry. But I think what I want to feed into is the idea that all of this is temporary. Everything in life, including coronavirus and the situation it's putting ourselves in, what we're finding ourselves in, and to hopefully get something beneficial out of this experience all the while. So today, I got to work with a wonderful and share a jump seat with a wonderful flight attendant who was extremely insightful and very inspiring to me. I talked with a gate agent at JFK when, to be honest, I really don't normally have very long conversations with gate agents. So that was nice to sort of like commiserate and chat with another one of my work employees in a new way who I don't normally communicate with that in depth. And yeah, I found a newfound appreciation for my job, 100%. And yeah, and it got me on social media because for a long time I was like, I don't know what to say. And I think I'm kind of still saying a lot of something and a lot of nothing all at the same time. If you can relate, awesome. I think I'm going to end it here. But thank you for tuning in and giving me a listen. I love feedback, constructive, of course. And I'll see you very soon, I'm sure. All right. Bye, everyone.